Hello, I'm Michael Fry, author of the McKenzie Journal, How to Be Cool. Now, I'm making this video today because I want to read to you guys the very first chapter of How to Be Cool. So, I'm going to be skipping over the prologue and going right on to the first chapter because I don't want to spoil too much. And if you see a tail walking around here, it's my cat Vinny. I'll show you actually. It's my cat Vinny. He is just about 6 months old, I believe. Almost a year, actually. Closer to a year than 6 months. But anyway, I digress. Here we go with the first chapter of How to Be Cool. Chapter 1, Sloan, Colorado, August 2010. My life sucks right now. As of now, it officially sucks. Because it's about to get really complicated. You'll never believe it. I'm about to enter the 5th grade. I know, it's crazy. I've heard from many kids that 5th grade is when things start to get really complicated. Puberty starts to kick in, girls start to expect things from us guys, and there's more pressure to become popular. I just want to skip this part of my life. Go straight to like high school or something. Just, not go through 5th grade. I remember the days of 4th grade, just a few months ago. Me and my classmates all were friends, all did good in school, and everyone was equally cool and respected. And now 5th grade is upon us. Oh, right, I forgot. Hi, my name is Andrew McKenzie. I'm writing in this journal for one reason, to document the days before I was popular. I mean, hopefully I'll be popular when I'm looking back on this years from now. Also, I named this book the McKenzie Journal, just so it sounds cool enough. Hello, Vinny. I go to Broderick Elementary School. It's on the edge of town, on the border between civilization and the endless stretch of farmland on the other side. I know because I've seen it on Google Earth. Anyway, 5th grade is when the game totally changes. Today is the first day of school, and right now I'm waiting for the bus to come. Please don't stare at me. Here's the thing with my journal. Sometimes I'll refer to stuff that happens in present tense, even though I'm really writing it like later that day or something due to time constraints. Hello? Can you stop interrupting me? And for times when my journal's not with me, just to keep things smooth and not crappy. But right now, I actually am writing. I'm sitting in the foyer of my house with my backpack beside me. I've already said goodbye to my mom and dad, and now I'm waiting for the bus. Oh, wait, here it comes. I can see it. It's just pulled in front of my house. Okay, here we go. I shove my journal into my backpack and head out the front door, running and climbing out of the bus. Okay, you're going down. Sorry about that. I immediately recognize my best friend, Mason Scott, sitting a few rows back. So I go across the aisle and sit by him as the bus starts moving again. Hey, he says. I nod to him. I explained to him recently that older kids have told me that saying nothing and nodding as a greeting instead is considered cool. So, yeah, I just want to be cool, just like everyone else. And plus, coming from older kids, it does have credibility. Dude, you ready for this? We're going into the 5th grade, I exclaim. Yeah, I'm so ready. But it's gonna suck, he replies. I look around, taking in the feel of the bus that I've forgotten over the summer. By the way, dude, check out your 6, says Mason. Confused, I turn and look at my watch, specifically the number 6 at the bottom. He rolls his eyes and nudges me. Hey, Vinny. Confused, I turn and look at my watch, specifically the number 6 at the bottom. He rolls his eyes and nudges me. No, dude, behind us. I nonchalantly look around the bus seat. At the back of the bus, I can see a bunch of the most popular kids horsing around. Is that? I begin. Yes, he replies. One of the kids back there is John Duch, one of the most popular kids in the school last year. There he is, just like old times, sitting at the back of the bus talking to a bunch of people. I thought he moved back to Germany this summer, I say. Mason shrugs. Guess not. Me and him sit quietly until we arrive at school. Eventually I get off the bus, with Mason following. And we immediately stop and stare at the building. Broderick Elementary. Looks about the same, only a bit more crowded. With Mason beside me, I squeeze through the sea of younger kids until we reach the front doors, and slowly step inside. Inside was even worse. It's obviously a more confined space than outside, so it was very crowded. Follow me, I shout to Mason, or the loud chaos. He nods. I turn and squeeze through the crowd into another hallway. I turn left at the fork and enter the room's 100 to 150 hall as the first bell rings, signaling to get to class. I lead the way, as the river of students goes faster. On the first day of school, everyone rushes to get to class and get the day over with. We soon reach room 142. Mason and I were lucky enough to be put into the same class again this year. I open the door, and Mason follows me as I go inside. Oh, God, Maid's settled at my feet. The teacher, a woman in her 40s with dirty blonde hair and a tall stature, sits at her desk towards the back in front of the pod, a tiny break room that borders all four of the classrooms in this portion of the school. In front of her lies groups of desks, divided into tables. "You can just sit anywhere," she says. I choose a seat in the middle, with Mason sitting next to me. We are the first ones in the class. I hang my backpack over the back of my seat and sit down, as Mason does the same. Soon a few more kids come in and sit at some of the other tables. I pull out a piece of paper and pencil and start doodling to pass the time. After about 3 minutes pass, the classroom begins to fill up. As I am finishing up my drawing, Mason nudges me. He nods to the door and I look. Walking into the room is none other than Jenna Garcia. Her with her pretty long, flowing black hair, sky blue shirt and jeans, walking into the class. "Dude, guess who?" whispers Mason. I nod. I've had a crush on Jenna since the 4th grade when I moved into her class. Now she's in my classroom again this year. What luck! "You actually gonna talk to her this year?" asks Mason. "We talked a little last year. Maybe this year we could really get a thing going, though," I reply. Jenna goes and sits at a table near the door. Behind her coming in is Rebecca Stone, Jenna's best friend since kindergarten. I only know this because of the few times Jenna and I did talk last year. After she sits down by Jenna, the final bell rings. The teacher gets up from her desk and goes to the front of the class. "Hello, everyone. My name is Amanda Wright. You can call me Mrs. Wright, of course," she says. "That's right," one of the kids quips. The class laughs. Funny. Now, since this is the first day of school, today will mostly be introductions. We will each take turns and stand up and tell everyone our names, grade, and favorite subject. Mrs. Wright announces. "What do you mean grade?" a student behind us asks. Mrs. Wright looks at him. "You didn't know? This is a special class, a combination. We have students from both 5th and 6th grade in here." Everyone gasps, including me and Mason. "No one knew this? The principal sent out emails over the summer to all the parents. This is the school's first year doing this, and it's my honor to be the first teacher to head it." Whoa. I think I remember my mom mentioning something like this like a week ago, but I forgot. Now then, we are to begin, starting here at the front. She points to Rebecca, who then stands up. "My name is Rebecca Stone. I'm in 5th grade and I like art." That's right, I forgot Beck's favorite thing to do in class last year when she was bored was doodle. She actually entered a district-wide art competition last winter and got 2nd place. Jenna then stands up. "I'm Jenna Garcia, 5th grade, and I enjoy math." I can hardly pay attention, as I am too focused on her pretty face. The next kid stands up. "I am Connor Freeman. I'm 5th grade and I like reading." This dude looks short, and he has short black hair and wearing Harry Potter glasses. A few more students go, until the next table is up. First is a tall blonde-haired kid with a surprising build. Definitely 6th grader. "I am Alec Fincher, 6th grade, and I like band." What instrument do you play?" asks Mrs. Wright. "Drums," replies Alec. Soon it comes to our table. I stand up, suddenly feeling a chill run down my spine. Uh-oh, everyone is staring at me. This is awkward. I'm Andrew McKenzie, 5th grade, and I like art." I quickly sit back down to cover my embarrassment. Alec stares at me intently as Mason stands up next, saving me from the awkwardness. I do not even want to know whether or not Jen is looking at me. I avoid eye contact. "Mason Scott, 5th grade, and I love art," he says coolly. "Wow, lots of artists in here. I like it," remarks Mrs. Wright. I glance up, and she is giving me a comforting look, obviously realizing how embarrassed I am. And that's pretty much why I could never really talk that much to Jenna last year. I've always been kind of shy, but hopefully this year I can finally turn things around for the better. And that was the first chapter of the McKenzie Journal, How to Be Cool. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.